I'm going through a phase where I don't want to talk to anybody. I feel blank. I feel like sleeping the whole day. I just don't want to meet anybody. I just want to stay within my shell and be there. I'm going through another phase now. I feel very emotional. I want everybody close to me to give me all their attention. I don't want anybody to go anywhere. I just want to feel I just want to feel their care and compassion. I'm going through another phase. I just want to train and train the whole day. I have a goal. I want to reach there somehow. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Anne Mary Phillip. My father is an IIT graduate and has worked in many multinationals as a business head. My mother is an established architect in Ernakulam. My brother works for a well-known company in Chennai. My sister is a surgeon. This is just to show you the academic background that I come from. I grew up in a very typical household. By typical I mean defined by the frame the society defines. And I didn't want to change anything. I had no intentions to change from that. I was happy going with the flow. I was comfortable being the BTech graduate, mugging up things, graduating with good grades. I was comfortable working for Blaupunkt in Germany after my engineering. I was comfortable being the MBA graduate that I was, majoring in HR. I was comfortable being the HR counterpart in the many corporates that I have worked for. I was very comfortable where I was. Again, I just wanted to go with the flow. But did that actually make me happy? In all these places that I've worked in, were they able to tap my full potential to what I really had in me? Yeah, I was just going with the flow. Until one day, this became my livelihood and profession. Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself once again. I'm Anne Mary Phillip. I'm a kickboxer. I've won 2 gold medals for India in the Indian Open International Championship. I am a professional MMA fighter. More than this, I'm a 39-year-old mother to a 13-year-old child. This defines me now. Before going further, let me just give you an outline of what my life journey has been. I think probably that will relate to our theme, reframing radicals and divergence. I was brought up in a very typical household, which I told you earlier. My ambition, when everybody was asked their ambition during their childhood, I would say I wanted to become a teacher or an architect. But inside, I wanted to become a housemaid because I loved keeping my house clean. I loved keeping everything organized. I loved taking care of people. But then I did not have the courage to say it out because stereotypically, it's not right to say that. I grew up like that. I had a very normal childhood. I went to college, got placed, worked for a few years, got married, had my child, and then things started to change. After my child was born, I went through a really tough phase. They call it postpartum depression now. I've never gone to a doctor or verified whether I was going through the same. but then I knew something was wrong. I did not know how to get out of it though. I did not know how to handle my child. I just wanted to stay alone. I did not want anybody to come and speak to me. All I was seeing was blankness. All I would see was accidents and something bad really happening to people close to me. I knew I had to get out of it, but I did not know how. That phase passed. My son started growing up. There were other issues in life that came up by way of financial issues, my family business going down, a lot of people tracking us, following us, threat calls. All these things took me to an edge where I had to decide that I have to work on myself, otherwise I would go deep down. This is where I would like to connect to the first three phases that I mentioned. I'm not here to give a big talk on what ideally should happen, how somebody should break stereotypes, because I'm not just a normal person. But when I speak, I hope that many of you will be able to relate to what I say. Maybe a few of these things are connected to your past. A few of these things are happening to you right now. A few of these things can happen to you in the future. So these are very normal things that can happen to anybody, and how you just have to tread through them and get out and be yourself. After my son was born, when he was around 7 to 8 years old, I decided to quit my job to give him more time. And I think that was one of the best decisions that I took, because by way of taking this break to take care of him, I was actually finding myself. I was actually rediscovering myself and what I could actually do for the society and for the world. So more than taking care of him, I started taking care of myself when I did that. He was going to school in a place called Angamali. We took him out of school from there and he joined a school in Ernakulam. That's when I decided to take him for a combat sports class. I went with him and would stay with him during his practice hours, which was around 2 hours. After a few days of staying like that, the coach noticed that I was just sitting there watching him practice and then suggested, why don't you just join for the class? I said, okay, because I had a lot of weight that I had to lose. I joined class. 3 months into the class, my coach asked me, would you be open to go for a competition? I said, yeah, definitely. Chris can compete, no issues. Chris is my son, by the way. I gave them full assurance that no worries, I can facilitate anything for him to compete. Then came the next, twist. He said, it's not for Chris that I'm asking, it's for you. I was 34 years old then. Other than the sack race and the frog jump that I had done in kindergarten, I'd never gone to the playground to do any kind of sport. I was not a sports person at all. At least that's what I believed. I never went to the gym regularly. I never worked out regularly. I was around probably 70 kgs by then. And I thought the coach had gone nuts because there was no way that he was asking me to compete. He gave me training. We were training with the group. I went for my first ever sports championship at age 34, where there were other participants who were probably half my age. And I think I competed that day with somebody half my age. I won a gold medal at that competition, and that's when my life started to change. I came back with this medal in hand, and I showed Chris, Look, Amas got a medal in kickboxing championship held here. The expression on his face was literally like, what do you say, stars in his eyes. From that day, he started believing that he could do something himself. He need not wait for anybody to push him to do it. If my mother at this age can go and bag a gold medal, then there is something that I can do. That's what he's told me. He's told me that that was his inspiration to start this journey into the sport. My family was just aware that I was competing. They didn't know that it was going to change my life. My parents thought that it was just a one-time thing. I would just compete, come back. 8 months later, we had an Indian Open International Championship where around 10 countries participated. Chris and I, both of us went for the championship, and I participated in 2 events. I won gold medals for both the events representing India. That was the first time I'd worn an Indian jersey with India written behind on my jersey. I wouldn't say it was a dream come true because I've never dreamt anything like that in my life. But it was a very overwhelming, out of the world, surreal feeling that I was going through. Chris won a bronze medal. Before coming back from the championship, I got a call from one of the leading medias in Kerala. I got a message saying, "Hello, I am from Asianet News. Can we come and cover your story?" I thought somebody was doing a prank on me. But no, it was a true call. We came back, Asianet News covered our story. For someone who would just go near a teacher and stand next to her on Environment Day, just for my picture to come on the paper, a full news coverage about me and Asianet News was something that was really big. Metro Manorama came. They published an article about us. A lot of other media started coming in. That's when I started realizing that I had done something different. I had broken a stereotype. A 35-year-old mom is bagging 2 gold medals or competing in combat sports, that too along with her son in the same competition, is not something that you hear about on a daily basis, at least in Kerala. So that was my first step to actually realizing that there is something more that I could do for the society or for the sport. From the phase that I was in, from a depressed state, from not knowing what to do with my life, from thinking that I was not doing anything worthwhile in my life, I just leaped on to another journey that I did not know would take me to places then. I went on competing. I went for nationals, where again I won a gold medal. The next nationals I got a silver medal, all along with my son. Both of us were competing together in the same championships. My last fight was an MMA fight. So officially I've stepped into mixed martial arts from kickboxing. Now, why I've summarized this journey for you is because I used to think that there was nothing more that I could do. My sister says, where I thought things ended, things were just beginning for me. My coach told me, and the sports has given you so much, even without you asking for it. Now it's time for you to give it back to the society. So that is when I started coaching. I took Kerala Kickboxing Association's coach's certificate. I'm officially coaching now. I have students whom I coach. We've 2 centers, one in Ernakulam. Our club name is Sparring. So one in Ernakulam, And I have one in Kakinad where I have partnered with my coach and both of us run it together. So from being a typical household mom, I've stepped into a businesswoman role now. And this journey has been very huge for me. Why I would like to share this with you is for you to realize that age is not going to limit you. The cliche, age is just a number. You have something that you really want in life, as it's said by Paulo Coelho, the universe will conspire to get it for you. When I started the sport, I wanted to be the best at it. But can you imagine a kickboxer whose leg would not rise above her hips? I was one of them. I did not know what to do. When people used to call me a kickboxer, I used to feel ashamed. How can I be a kickboxer if I can't kick high? But no. That's not what it is. You kick high, you kick low, it's all in the mind. Your willpower, your determination, your mindset will define what you want to do. Before my talk ends, I would just like to show a few pictures of us. If you can just put up this slide. Yeah. This is my first championship at age 34 when I went for my state championship. Yeah, this is our international championship at age 35, where both of us represented our country. These are the other state and the nationals that we've gone for. And this is where my life started changing. Now, when you see this, you would think that I was always like this. No, I had this phase too. Why I've put up both these pictures is not to show you the physical transformation. It's to show you what has changed in my mind. You see my face in both the pictures. You will realize the change that happened through years after I came to this sport. Let me leave you with this message. Do things differently. Do different things, because that path will be less crowded always. Thank you.